Okay, let's continue from where we stopped yesterday. So another example. So in this case, the axis is perpendicular to VP and hence parallel to both the HP and PP. Such type of one problem we have already done, but this is slightly different. So the question is, this is a case of a pentagonal pyramid. So a pentagonal pyramid of base size 25 millimeter and axis 55 millimeter rests on the HP with a corner of the base such that one of the base edge containing the corner makes 45 degree with the HP. Draw the projections when the axis perpendicular to the VP and the base is touching the VP. So the case of a pentagonal pyramid, the size is, the base side is 25 millimeter and the axis is 55 millimeter long, and it rests on the HP with a corner of the base. That is, one of the base corners is touching the HP, or it is resting on HP with one of its base corners on HP. So that is the condition. Then another condition that is given is one of the base edge containing the corner. So there will be two base edges containing that particular corner. So one of the base edge containing that particular corner is making an angle of 45 degree with the HP. So that is another condition. Now what we have to do is we have to draw the projections when the axis is perpendicular to the VP and the base is touching the VP. So the base is touching the VP also. So there are multiple conditions given. One condition is the pyramid, the pentagonal pyramid is resting on HP with one of its corners on HP, and one of the base edge containing that particular corner is making an angle of 45 degree with the HP. So that is the second condition. And the third condition is the base is touching the VP. So that is the third condition. So just to note down the question. So in this case, even though multiple conditions are given, all these conditions can be combined into a single figure. So let me show it how it can be done. So this is the condition. So this is a pentagonal pyramid. See, there are 5 sides. So it is a pentagonal pyramid. It is resting on, okay, actually it is resting on VP with its base on VP. So that is, the base is touching the VP as mentioned in the question, the base is touching the VP. So that is it. Now see the front view. Let's see the front view. So in the front view, so see this corner, this base corner is resting on HP. This corner is resting on HP. And one of the corners containing that particular, I mean one of the edges containing that particular corner, say this edge containing this particular corner is making an angle of 45 degree with HP. So that is the condition. So all the given 3 conditions are met. The pentagonal pyramid is resting on its base corners, resting on one of its base corners on HP. That is the first condition. The second condition is one of the edges making this particular corner or containing this particular corner is making an angle of 45 degree with HP. That is met. And the third condition is it is resting with its base touching the VP. So that is also met. So all the 3 conditions are met using a single condition, single figure. But this is not possible in all the cases. But see, in this case, when the base is resting on HP, I mean VP, the axis is perpendicular to VP. So when the axis is perpendicular to the VP or perpendicular to the HP, we call it as the simple position. So that is, in that case, we need only a single position to represent, or single drawing. Not a single drawing, actually there will be 2 drawing, one will be the top view and the other one the front view. So a set of drawing, only just a set of drawing to represent all these conditions. When the axis is perpendicular to the plane. In this case, the axis is perpendicular to the plane, and hence we need only a single set of drawings. So now see what is the front view. See, the front view will look like this. So in this case, the condition is we can see all the 5 edges of the pyramid as well as all of the base as well as the slant edges. The slant edges, this point, this single point where all the 5 colors meets is the apex, and from the apex you have to draw all these 5 diagonal lines or the lines joining the apex with the corners. So that is the slant edges. So then, okay, this is the shading view, and without shading view, what you will be drawing will be like this. See, something like this. So with all the edges visible, you will be drawing like this. All these edges will be visible to you from when you look from the top, with the condition that one of the corners of the base will be touching the XY line, and one of the base edges will be making an angle of 45 degree with the XY line. That is the 2 conditions that you have to keep in mind when you draw the front view. The front view will be a pentagon with all its corners joined to the apex. You have to give names to the corners also. Now, if you go for the top view, in the same case, without the shading view, if you go to the top view, so the top view will be like this. See, this is the top view. In this case, the top view is a triangle, just a triangle with 3 additional lines, and these lines can be obtained by projecting the front view to the XY line, so that we can see in the presentation. And see, one of these lines is a slightly lighter line. Why it is lighter line? Because it is a hidden line. When you see from top, one of the slant edges is not visible. So let's go for the shading view. So see, there are 5 slant edges, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 slant edges are visible, but one of the slant edges is not visible. See, if you go for the wireframe model, all the 5 edges are seen. So with the hidden line, so this is a hidden edge which we cannot see from while looking from the top. So that line you have to draw it as a dotted line. When we draw any dotted line, that means it is an invisible line. So we always draw invisible lines as dotted lines. Invisible lines are to be drawn, it must be drawn. So now let's see how it is being drawn from the presentation. So first you draw the XY line, and in the front view with one of its base edges making an angle of 45 degree, draw the pentagon. You know what is the included angle of the pentagon? It is 108 degrees included angle within this pentagon. That is this angle. This angle is 108 degrees, that you know. So now name all the points: A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Now in order to get the apex, one corner is joined with the midpoint of the opposite edge. So A dash is joined with the midpoint of C dash, D dash. Likewise, E dash is joined with the midpoint of B dash, C dash. Now the point of intersection of these two lines will be the midpoint, I mean the apex. So this point will be the apex, the point of intersection of these two lines. These two lines will be the apex. Now all the corners should be joined with the apex. The apex is named as O dash. So all the 5 corners are joined with the apex. Now the front view of the given pentagon is complete. The front view of the given pentagon is now complete. Now we have to draw the top view. In order to draw the top view, first we determine the O, that is the apex. In order to determine the apex, we go for a 55 millimeter length, chain length, and at the end of that particular chain line, we mark the point O. So O is 55 millimeters from XY line and along the projector through O dash. So this is the point O. Now we have to find out the points A, B, C, D and E. So not to get A, B, C, D and E, B will be the same point, so don't need to draw perpendiculars, I mean the projector lines. Otherwise you draw the projector lines from A dash, from B dash we don't need, from C dash, from D dash and from E dash. All these three, I mean 4 edges, you have to draw the projector lines. And these points are marked as A, B, C, D and E respectively. So now we join all these points with the apex AO, BO. BO is invisible since it is lying below, as we have seen in the Creo drawing. It is the BO line will be invisible, so that we draw it as a dotted line. Then CO, DO and EO. Except BO, everything else is dark lines or continuous lines. BO will be the what do you say, the dashed lines or the dotted lines. Okay, let me show it once again, and this is the final figure that you prepare. Let me show it once more. Once we start with first our XY line, then with one of its edges making an angle of 45 degree and one of the corners touching the XY line, draw the pentagon. Then name the coordinates of the pentagon A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash and E dash. Since it is the front view, we give the dash symbol also. Then find the apex of the point, that is the centroid of this pentagon. O dash is found out. Then join O dash with all the 5 corners. Then the apex and the top view is obtained at a distance of 55 millimeters from the XY line. Then the points A, B, C, D and E is obtained in the top view. That is, it will be in the XY line, since the base A, B, C, D, E is coinciding with the VP. The top view of that particular face, that particular base should be on the XY line itself. So it is being found out on the XY line A, B, C, D and E. In this case, B and B dash will be the same point. Now join all the points A, B, C, D and E with the O. So in this case, BO will be dotted line. And then finally mark all the dimensions. Okay, that's it. Please complete the drawing.
Sir, ഒരു ഡൗട്ട് ചോദിച്ചോട്ടെ?
Sure.
ഈ O ഡാഷ് എങ്ങനെയാ വരയ്ക്കണേ? ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഈ ലൈൻസ് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യണം.
O ഡാഷ് വരയ്ക്കുന്നത് A ഡാഷ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോയിന്റിനെ C ഡാഷ് D ഡാഷ് ലൈനിന്റെ മിഡ് പോയിന്റുമായിട്ട് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുക. So this is it. A ഡാഷ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോയിന്റിനെ C ഡാഷ് D ഡാഷിന്റെ മിഡ് പോയിന്റുമായിട്ട് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാം. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഈ പോയിന്റ് E ഡാഷിനെ C ഡാഷ് B ഡാഷിന്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ B ഡാഷ് C ഡാഷിന്റെ മിഡ് പോയിന്റുമായിട്ട് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാം. 2 ലൈൻസോടെ ഇന്റർസെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഈ പോയിന്റ്, ആ പോയിന്റ് ആണ് O ഡാഷ്.